It's never about the person, never was. You're chasing a feeling, a fleeting moment of escape, a distraction from the emptiness gnawing at your core. You think the connection to another will save you, that if you catch them, you'll catch peace. But the joke's on you, because people aren't the solution. They're just the bait, luring you into believing the fix is somewhere outside yourself. But what you're really chasing, that's buried much deeper. People think they're after love, after affection, after someone who will make them whole. But that's just the surface. What you crave is the feeling that someone can bring. Security, validation, that sweet sense of importance. It's intoxicating, isn't it? The high you get when someone makes you feel like you matter. But it's a drug, a fleeting rush. And once it fades, you're left with the same emptiness, the same hunger. The feeling slips through your fingers, and you're left chasing again, thinking it was the person who slipped away when, in reality, it was just the illusion. You're not chasing them. You're chasing the idea of what they represent. You've projected your desires, your needs, onto another, believing they hold the key to your happiness. But here's the twist. Happiness was never theirs to give. It's not something you find in someone else's arms. It's something you conjure from within. And the more you chase, the further it runs, until you're exhausted, wondering why none of it fills the void. You think catching them will fix you, but it's a mirage. People aren't the answer to your brokenness, and chasing them will only lead you deeper into your own shadows. People love to believe that someone else can save them, that if they just find the right person, the right connection, all their demons will disappear. But you're not hunting for a partner. You're running from yourself. Every time you reach out, every time you fall into the chase, you're trying to escape the cold truth that no one outside of you can fill the void within. The feeling you're after, that spark of belonging, of meaning, that's something only you can create. People can distract you from it, sure, but they can't solve it. And the longer you chase, the further you stray from the real work that needs to be done. Here's the dark reality. The feeling you're chasing doesn't exist. Not in the way you think it does. It's a construct, an illusion designed to keep you running in circles, convincing you that the next person, the next connection, will be the one that finally makes it all make sense. But the feeling is a lie. It's a temporary fix, a bandage on a gaping wound. And once that bandage falls off, you're back where you started, alone, confused, and still searching. The person you thought you needed, they were never part of the equation. They were just a mirror, reflecting back your own emptiness, your own need for something you refuse to find in yourself. Stop chasing the feeling. Stop running after the mirage of someone who will fix you. The chase is endless, a game you can't win because the prize was never real to begin with. The feeling you're after is inside you, waiting to be unlocked, waiting for you to stop looking outward and start confronting the void within. That's the only way forward. To stop running, stop chasing, and face the reality that no person will ever give you what you're truly after. You're chasing ghosts, and the longer you run, the deeper you fall into the trap of thinking happiness lies somewhere outside of your own mind. The feeling you're hunting, it was never about them. It's always been about you, about the parts of yourself you're too afraid to face. Chasing someone else is the easy way out. It's the path that lets you believe the answer is out there, somewhere, if only you could find the right person. But the real journey? That's inward. The feeling you crave is buried beneath layers of fear, insecurity, and unhealed wounds. And no person, no relationship, will ever dig deep enough to uncover it for you. Attention, the currency of fools, thrown away on fantasies, on daydreams spun from the threads of infatuation. You waste it. Spend it recklessly, feeding this illusion you've crafted in your mind. That person, that perfect figure, untouched by flaws, untainted by the grime of reality. It's all in your head, a masterpiece of delusion. You've built them up, haven't you? Sculpted them into something godlike, a savior who'll swoop in and fill every gap in your soul. But that's the joke. The real person, the one standing outside your little mental theater. They're nothing like the vision you've created. You're not falling for them. You're falling for a ghost of your own making. Attention flows freely to this image you've constructed, like a river that never runs dry. You pour your energy, your thoughts, your emotions into this fantasy, this picture-perfect version that exists only in the twisted corridors of your mind. And while you're distracted, lost in the glow of your imaginary love, reality sits there, waiting to tear it apart. But the mind, oh, it loves its illusions. It clings to the idea that the person you've created is real, that they're everything you've imagined. And that's where it all falls apart. The person you're infatuated with isn't real. It's a projection, a flawless figure who never makes mistakes, never disappoints, never reveals the harshness of their humanity. You're chasing a mirage, investing in something that has no substance. It's not love, it's obsession, a carefully curated fantasy that feeds off your attention. Every time you think about them, you're not thinking about the person. You're thinking about the ideal, the version you've crafted to be exactly what you need them to be.